Pingxi Historic Trail was once an important travel route in northern Taiwan. Connected with other historic trails in the region, such as the Shikong Historic Trail, these historic routes were used extensively during the Qing Dynasty period for those trading and traveling between the Tamsui and the Kavalan prefectures of northern Taiwan. In the present day, these areas fall within Taipei, New Taipei City, and Yilan County. While the official trail starts further inland a few kilometers, a good spot to start is the Wushan N0.62 campground. There's a washroom there that you can use, and if you're driving and parking a car, it costs about $100 to park. Not far from the campgrounds, you cross over a stone-arched bridge and start your journey along the Pingxi Historic Trail. After a short hike along a double-track trail, you'll arrive at the first of 3 small river crossings. There's a log here you can use to cross, but it has been washed out in the past, so no promises it'll still be there. It gets slippery when wet too, so use caution when you're crossing. And if you're crossing through the river, you'll need to take off your shoes and roll up your pants. The river here gets up to about knee level, so all you'll really need is a small towel to dry off your feet after crossing. The trail then continues along a pretty well-trodden double-track trail, lined with these pin-straight cedars and some deciduous trees. This section of the trail is really well maintained. It's shaded and covered by a pretty high canopy. After about 600 meters, you'll arrive at a second river crossing. This crossing has a thin rope for balance, but unless the water is really low, you'll need to take off your shoes on this one. This part of the forest is really pretty, so usually we'll stick around here for a little bit and enjoy the sounds of the forest and the murmur of the rambling creek. After the second stream crossing and spending some time by the stream, the trail continues to elevate away from the stream, which you'll see on your right-hand side. It continues along a double track, which is really well maintained, and meanders through this lush green forest. This is quintessential northern Taiwan jungle, which has a deep underbrush and is filled with dozens of different species of beautiful ferns. After about 600 meters, you'll be provided with the first views over Yilan County and Turtle Island if the weather is clear. There's a small clearing here, and the bench can be used for resting and having a light snack while you sit and enjoy the views over the Philippine Sea. After a short break, you can get back onto the trail and start heading out towards Taihe Mountain. The trail certainly gets a little bit more natural here. It narrows to a single track and there's some slight elevation, but there's no technical hiking on this trail. After you get to a T-junction, you turn right and you'll continue along the trail for about 50 meters. You'll see a Turigong temple on your right-hand side. Not long after the temple, you'll see a trail that continues upwards as you hike towards Taihe Mountain. This section of the trail is a short but steep addition to the journey. The 200-meter ascent up Taihe Mountain offers views of the interior of the coastal mountains of Taiwan, and actually offers about 360-degree views of both the coastal mountains, the coastline, and out towards the ocean. Similar to other areas in northeastern Taiwan, this section of the trail has views of the famous silver grass, which blooms in late autumn in Taiwan. On a clear day, the views from the peak of Taihe Mountain are totally unobstructed and present these beautiful vistas of eastern Taiwan. Looking south, you'll see the town of Touchun in the Lanyang Plains of Yilan County. On a clear day, you'll spot Turtle Island, which is actually a dormant volcano island that last erupted in 1975. A new building is being erected at the top of Taihe Mountain, which sits at 705 meters above sea level. We were a bit unlucky on our day that we climbed up there, although we did see a little bit of wildlife while we were there. On a clear day, spend some time at the peak, enjoy the views, catch your breath before beginning your hike down. Watch your steps along the way, as the trail is steep and the loose surface of dirt and rocks can become slippery on dry days. It's actually easier on a wet day. Not long after arriving at the bottom of the switchbacks, you'll pass the Turigong Temple on your left-hand side and continue hiking for about 50 meters before you see the trail that you came in on your left. You'll keep going straight down towards the coast. The trail here gets a little bit steeper and the forest a little bit more diverse. You'll continue descending on a double-track trail for about 1.5 kilometers before it transitions into a concrete road. You'll then arrive at a small historic site, and this is a building that has been built with natural materials. This site is referred to as the Shikong settlement ruins. After you cross a small stone bridge, you'll see signage that indicates your path to go towards the Wai'ao train station. This little section is actually a roadway and has been transitioned into a road from the traditional historic trail. Don't miss the temple on your left-hand side. You follow a few steps down and you get to your next rest area. At this site, there's washrooms, a place to wash up, and can be another good spot to grab a snack, refresh, and take a break. This would be the unofficial start of the Shikong Historic Trail. Once you're ready to depart, head out behind the washrooms along a concrete path. After about 50 meters or so, it transitions into a compact soil single track trail. The trail here becomes a little bit more difficult. There's steeper sections and there's lots of loose rock. You will follow along a small creek on your right-hand side as you continue to descend towards the coast and the Pacific Ocean. After about 2.5 kilometers along this section of the trail, you'll start to get gorgeous views out towards Turtle Island and the sleepy village of Wai'ao. Before the opening of the Snow Mountain Tunnel between New Taipei City and Yilan County in 2006, Wai'ao was a small, sleepy fishing village. After the tunnel opened up, it became a much more popular beach destination as transportation to the East Coast became a lot more convenient. The views out over Wai'ao are pretty stunning, and it's a unique way to experience getting to this popular beach town. The Shikong Historic Trail meanders through small local farms. You'll actually pop out right at the train station where you'll have to go up the stairs and over the train tracks to get to the other side. As we mentioned before, Wai'ao has become a very popular beach community. There's tons to do here, so take your time and enjoy it. Right next to the train station is the Drifter's Pizza Pub, which has fantastic craft beer and wood-fired pizzas. They have live music on the weekend, so it's worth maybe even considering spending the weekend. Once you make it to the beach, you can go for a swim. Many of the small businesses that are located along the causeway offer freshwater showers for about 30 to 50 NT. Relax a little bit. You've now finished the Pingxi and Shikong Historic Trails. Click the subscribe button below if you want to see more content like this as we explore Taiwan's great outdoors. Thanks for watching.